Fund remains very pivotal in the determination to keep cities, towns and villages safe and continue to invest in security infrastructure, capacity building for the development of the state. As a result of the fourth wave of COVID-19 in the country, Ogun State Governor Prince Abeokuta has said he will not host any get-together to mark the new year 2022. In a statement issued on Saturday, 1st January 2022 in Abeokuta by his Chief Press Secretary Kunishe Mori, the announcement has become necessary to clear the speculations that the governor will be hosting a party on Sunday, 2nd January 2022 at his Ikperu home. Remo home. He said that the usual celebration will not hold this year to avoid undermining the effort to combat COVID-19 in the state and rolling back the success that has been recorded, particularly in the view of the fourth wave of the pandemic. Governor Abeokuta enjoins the residents of the state to celebrate in moderation and observe all COVID-19 protocols while expressing hope that the ongoing global effort will soon sufficiently tame the pandemic to allow for the usual pomp, pageantry, and large gathering that New Year get-together attract. Once again, he wishes all a happy and more prosperous New Year, the statement concluded. A prophecy for the new year 2022 to be a prosperous year has been said by various clerics as Christians converged on churches to mark the first Sunday in the month and the year. Bumi Adigun visited some churches in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, reported that people were seen at churches giving thanks to God for seeing another Sunday. His report.
The first Sunday in the month of January and in the year 2022, and people are back in churches to give thanks to Almighty God who saved their lives in 2021 and hoping to see a better 2022 as they have gathered before God. 2022, the new year and the second day in the month of January happens to be a Sunday, which is the first in the year, and the month saw people at their churches dressed in their best attire coming before God to set a tune for the new year. The crux of visiting the worship centers is to know what God has in stock for the country, Nigeria, and its people.
Just to commit all to the hand of God, of us seeking the Lord, putting Him first in all our endeavors.
2022 is full of joy, progress, upliftment.
We should not also forget that this year will usher in the year 2023, that Nigeria will have another general elections which will determine the unity of the country, although it has been said to be non-negotiable.
You should know very well that in Nigeria we are very prayerful. Before that 2023, God has taken control.
Psalm 32 verse 8 says, I will instruct you, I will teach you, with my own eyes I will guide you. God can't guide us to failure. He can't guide us to disappointment. He can't guide us and let us down.
To trust in God, because without God, there's nothing anybody can do. God that has been helping us all along, that made us to survive 2021, despite all the problems. I'm sure and certain that He will see us through this year again towards 2023.
Prayers were thereafter offered for progress of the state and Nigeria as a whole. Bumi Adigun, Ogtv News.
The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has dispelled the insinuation that 40% of the registered brands, not actors, of pesticide products used in Nigeria are either banned or restricted for use by EU, thereby endangering the lives of people, animals, and the environment in Nigeria. The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, in a statement by the resident media consultant Shayo Akintola on Sunday, said that NAFDAC's ISO 900-2015 Quality Management System certified organization that has put in place procedures to enable the agency to take regulatory decisions to determine whether an active ingredient should be banned or restricted. According to her, NAFDAC is a signatory to the International Convention that banned chemicals and pesticides, such as the Rotterdam Convention, an international treaty signed and designed to facilitate informed decision-making by countries with regard to trade in hazardous chemicals and pesticides. The Shippers Association of Lagos over the weekend said that 82% of Nigeria's export agro-allied products are either seized or rejected in Europe, according to a statement signed by SAU's President Reverend Jonathan Nicole. The group also attributed the quest for a more conducive trade environment to the lingering effect of agitations, lawlessness, and other negative consequences experienced in 2021. He called on the port economic regulator to be more proactive in curtailing and eliminating the root causes of maritime backwardness. Nicole noted that the restrictions on foreign exchange would be counterproductive, as a lot of industries would be grossly affected by the policy. According to him, import trade would suffer due to foreign exchange restrictions. He noted that importers could hardly pay freight charges, as the approved window was $5,000 limit for 30 days. Two additional kidnapped students of Bethel Baptist Secondary School in Kaduna State have regained their freedom, although the police authorities are yet to comment on the development. The chairman of the Kaduna State chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Reverend Joseph Hayab, said the two students were released on December 28, 2021 and January 1, 2022 respectively. On July 5, 2021, bandits invaded the Bethel Baptist Secondary School located at Maraban Damisha in Chikun local government area of Kaduna State and kidnapped 121 students. The students were later released in batches after their parents reportedly paid an unspecified amount of money as ransom, while 3 others remained with the bandits. About 12 passengers abducted by gunmen suspected to be armed kidnappers have been rescued by men of the Joint Patrol Team of Western Nigeria Security Network, known as Amotekun Corps, while goods worth 50 million naira were recovered along Akure-Elisha Road. The victims, who include the driver of the bus, his conductor, and 10 other passengers, were traveling to Kaduna State, where the hoodlums stopped them along the highway and whisked them into the bush. It was gathered that the men seized and took away the goods from the passengers, while the bus driver and his conductor escaped from the scene to hide in the bush. He, however, said men of the security outfit who were attracted by the gunshot raced to the scene and rescued all the victims. Speaking on the development, the Ondo State Commander of Amotekun, Chief Adetunji Adeleye, said men of the security outfit on patrol swung into action and engaged the hoodlums in gun duel, but said the armed men ran away from the scene. The federal government has assured Nigerians of its readiness to generate 25,000 megawatts of electricity in the country as part of effort to and other economic activities in the country. The Minister of Power, Muazu Sambo, disclosed this in Katsina State at the weekend when he inspected a lot of power transmission substation project, including the ongoing windmill project located at the Lamba Reni in Charachi local government area of the state. Sambo, who was accompanied by the acting managing director and chief executive officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, Engineer Suli Abdulaziz, explained that a number of procurements have been made by the ministry under the Presidential Power Initiative to restore electricity and enhance power-related businesses across the country.